What's up everyone, welcome to today's video, welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel, thank you very much for tuning in. So today I have some sort of a longer video, kind of an overview of a few things that I feel we need to go through, because I believe Gotham Knights is gearing up to be a game that actually kind of slaps. There are a lot of disappointing aspects to the news we've heard so far, but it seems like the excitement and the anticipation actually starting to weigh over a lot of those things. I first recorded this metrics that I wanted to show you here on the 17th, just a number of hours ago, and it appears Gotham Knights, both its deluxe and regular edition, are ranking above God of War. They were ranking on the 17th as well, and probably earlier. Some people kind of tuned me into this, but that video is no longer relevant. I wanted to go ahead and add a few more things, so I'm doing this again. Apparently, the Modern Warfare game hasn't seemed to move, which is quite natural. This game is a killer, making Sony and the CMA cry all over the place because they know if Microsoft gets their hands on this bad boy, it's going to be toast for a huge chunk of their revenue that they actually are able to benefit from this game. So even their so-called exclusives don't even make as much money as these, games that they actually are dealing in, which actually also make money from another mobile game that actually out-earns their exclusives. It's wild. It's a big story, but something to discuss another day. Other things that are still going on too is if you look through this page, by the way, if you want to know how the metrics are, how we come about these metrics, it's just PlayStation's bestseller, list. And you're going to see that it actually sorts it by the metric, and you can use different parameters, most downloaded, release date new to old, all that stuff. But best-selling as of right now, it appears that Gotham Knights is maintaining the number 3 position. Also, on the Steam store, it appears that if you actually look at the top sellers list, Gotham Knights is also rocking a position that seems to almost follow in tandem. But when you think about it, you're going to see that the results are a little weird. You have Destiny, you have the Steam Deck, you have Modern Warfare, you have Apex Legends, you have New World, and then you have Gotham Knights. So I guess if we remove the free-to-play Apex Legend, if we remove Destiny and the Steam Deck, we have Modern Warfare, we have New World, and Gotham Knights being in number 3 place. But this does not, in a sense, separate it as the game or the version of it that's actually selling. And this is actually quite interesting, which I think on PC, this game is also going to have a very huge player base that is actually turned to it in terms of, how all of these different things in perspective are looking right now. Also, the console performance versus the PC performance conversation is still going on, and even Dead Space, I don't know if they were responding to the rumors that they were going to be having their game in 30 FPS. They went ahead and dropped a little bit of a, I don't know if it's shots fired or whatever it is, but it is kind of funny though if you kind of think about it. They went ahead and they said, we would love to inform you all that we'll be shipping globally on December 2nd. And yes, we have a 60 FPS performance mode. And, people are like shots fired all over the place and everything. It's fine. It's a single player game. And, it's fortunate that they're a single player game and very good for them anyways, that they can actually hit 60 FPS mode. This is a game that's actually made on the same engine as Unreal Engine, as Gotham Knights, which is the Unreal Engine 4. And I keep my ears on the ground to a lot of these video games. So congratulations to them. A Plague Tale probably, was not able to meet that kind of a metric. So all games are very different and all games are very unique. So we're going to be seeing a lot of interesting stuff when this game comes out. And then in order for me to basically close this video and kind of like, just throw all this stuff together, someone got their hands on Gotham Knights and they got to share their impressions after 10 hours of playing the game. Now, they do have a spoiler photo here, but it's not really a spoiler per se. And I have to give credit to the YouTuber that actually showed this stuff. His name is Tony Bing Gaming, and shout out to him for actually pointing to this Reddit thread. So I got to basically see it, and I'm just showing it to you guys. I didn't discover this myself. I'm hardly on the Gotham Knights Reddit anymore because apparently, there are just so many things going on right now. So he does have his Nightwing picture. I think he's got a spoiler mode. And he says, hi, everyone. These are my impressions of Gotham Knights so far. No spoilers. So I'm 10 hours in. I'm still enjoying the game. When I started exploring the new locations in the city, the frame dips increased, which started to annoy me. But they released an update 1.003 yesterday, and the game feels much smoother and stable right now. Even controls are more responsive. And so his report is that combat is still very fun, especially when you get a hang of it. I found Nightwing the best, followed by Red Hood, especially if you master his combos and abilities. I like how as you progress through the story, you begin to see new enemy types. So far, there's decent amount of variety. Stealth is basically like Arkham games, but it's more straightforward and simple. The enemy AI can be dumb and blind though. I'm deep into the story, but it's not really engrossing so far. The side villain arcs are actually really cool side missions and also intriguing. So, a set of things that this player dislikes are actually quite interesting, and I thought I'd share them with you. And if you want to actually check out the Reddit thread and also, participate or whatever, I'll try my best to leave a link in the description below. I hope I remember in post-production. So things I dislike: movement. When walking or crouching can feel awkward and unresponsive at times. This is something that can be interesting in Unreal Engine 4. I've seen it that the walking animations and the way things can actually work sometimes, it does require a lot of smoothing to go on. I don't know how they would have actually executed this with their animation types and their animation weights. So this is something that, yeah, from a developer side, you can see how this can be an issue. Engine plus dev and all the above, it could be a thing that is fun to deal with. The parkour and climbing buildings / obstacles doesn't look good and feels awkward. I can understand that. Assassin's Creed has spoiled all of us, and I get it, and even Middle Earth. I hate the game's UI so much, and just navigating the game menu, crafting and all that stuff is just not good at all, and a headache in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember I talked about this early on the reveal in one of my very, very popular videos titled Gotham Knights Needs a Lot of Work. I remember talking about how this UI was not the best UI in the world, and I thought they were going to actually make huge changes, but it seemed like they just left it that way. Font is the big thing. If they can reduce the font size and if they can make the colors a little less imposing, that UI is going to be solid. In fact, I want to run that UI through my stepbrother. He's actually a UI designer for, and does work for some really, really high-end, clients, and I think he might be able to give me some, tidbits as to if my opinions are outlandish or something. Number 4, enemies are really spongy on the hardest difficulty, which led me to reduce it to medium and found the game more enjoyable. And he goes ahead to take questions, and a lot of people were asking some really interesting questions. One of them that really got me, though, was the world of Gotham. And I can't remember if I can find it here. Oh, there it is. Someone said, "Great, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Is Gotham City big? If so, comparable to the map of which other game?" And he said, "It's huge, and it's honestly beautiful." Oh my gosh. I saw this and I was like, okay, open world games never really catch me in a sense. I want to just deal with my objectives. But the only open worlds that really are captivating or have been captivating for me are the worlds that have been built in the Arkham games in terms of Arkham Knight and Arkham City. I think those two really were very captivating. And so I'd like to see what Gotham Knight actually has in store for us when we actually go ahead and do that. I'm not going to say any more. I want you to go ahead and check this thread out yourself. And I wonder what it is that, we're going to be seeing once everybody comes, into a full area in terms of experiencing the game and, and whatnot. It's going to be very interesting to see everybody's reaction across the board. I'm very curious what you think so far of all of this. And those of you that, warned me this morning about me telling you not to tell you what to do with your money, I want to go ahead and just say I should have prefaced that video this morning with that, comment saying that you can do whatever the heck it is you want to do. I usually almost always say that, but for some reason I was just dreamy when I was recording that video, and you guys are very stubborn, and I appreciate all of you. You guys are champions for carrying me and carrying this channel to where it is today. So thanks so much. I'll make a dedicated video for that, but I wanted to go ahead and just make sure that I actually added that note to this recording. So thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we'll talk very soon in another one. Peace out.